Fantasy anime fans, gather up. Today we're diving into 15 wild worlds packed with overpowered leads who casually rewrite physics, embarrass villains, and make entire kingdoms nervous. Whether you love chaos, charm, or straight-up broken abilities, this list has your next obsession. Starting off with number 15, Ao no Exorcist, Yosuga Hen. This arc brings Rin back swinging with that classic walking natural disaster energy. The story digs deeper into his demonic heritage while throwing him into emotional chaos, awkward family truths, and enemies who seriously underestimate him every episode. Rin stays OP but still hilariously clueless, making every fight a mix of hype and bro, please focus. The Yosuga storyline adds darker tension without losing that blue exorcist charm. It isn't the flashiest season ever, but the character growth and supernatural battles are strong enough to remind you why Rin could solo half the cast stopped goofing around for 5 seconds. Sliding to number 14, Yaiba Samurai Legend. Yaiba is basically that one kid who thinks life is an endless boss battle, and somehow he's right. This anime gives you chaotic swordsmanship, exaggerated personalities, and a protagonist who treats danger like it's a warm-up exercise. The action is classic, loud, and full of did he really just do that energy. The show leans hard into goofy humor and overblown villain speeches, but somehow that's the charm. Yaiba's strength borders on disrespectful, and the world constantly struggles to keep up with him. If you love old-school fantasy shenanigans with a hero who breaks logic daily, this one hits beautifully. Landing at number 13, Shine On, Bakumatsu Bad Boys. This anime said, what if a squad of criminals took over for the Shinsengumi? And honestly, the chaos is glorious. The protagonist rolls in with raw ability, bad decisions, and a talent for surviving things he absolutely shouldn't. The action scenes snap hard, the character designs go wild, and the story loves throwing curveballs like it's competing in a dodgeball tournament. It's messy in the best way. Think historical fantasy with a sprinkle of anime crack energy. The OP moments don't always make sense, but that's part of the fun. You watch for the wild swings, the bonds, and the reckless heroics. Looking at number 12, Jibiate. Jibiate is one of those anime where the plot feels like someone speed-ran world-building on a deadline, but the protagonist? Absolutely busted. The dude slices mutated nightmares like he's grocery shopping. The show jumps between timelines, outbreaks, and questionable decisions, but the fights are undeniably entertaining. It's chaotic, sometimes unintentionally funny, but if you enjoy apocalyptic fantasy with flashy swordplay and monsters that look like they escaped a fever dream, it's worth a watch. Plus, the MC's calm, I'll handle it attitude while everything collapses behind him is peak OP protagonist energy. Dropping in at number 11, Meiji Gekken, 1874. This series blends political drama with sword-swinging madness, dropping us into a turbulent era where the protagonist moves like he's permanently buffed. Every duel feels intense, and the show balances gritty realism with slick anime power moments. The MC's combat intuition is borderline supernatural. Dude reads opponents like Wi-Fi signals. The historical backdrop gives everything weight. But don't worry, the action stays top-tier hype. It's less flashy than mystical fantasy series, but the raw skill on display still qualifies as OP in a realistic world. And watching the elites panic when he enters a fight is satisfying every time. Kicking into number 10, Anglemois, Genko Kasenki. This anime throws you into a brutal invasion era, yet somehow the main character fights like he has DLC-level strength. His tactical ability is ridiculous, his survival instincts are elite, and the man takes on overwhelming odds like it's a daily workout. Anglemois balances grit and strategy with grounded but powerful combat scenes that deliver more intensity than half the modern fantasy lineup. The protagonist's leadership hits hard too. Every battle feels desperate, but he keeps pulling clutch moments out of nowhere. If you love historical fantasy with a hero who refuses to lose, this series punches above expectations. Sliding to number 9, Brave 10. You want style? You get style. Brave 10 is flashy, loud, dramatic, and powered by characters who treat physics like a polite suggestion. Our boy Saizo moves like a shadow upgraded with cheat codes, dropping enemies before they realize they're losing. The show mixes ninja fantasy, absurd abilities, and a crew of personalities who look ready for their own character posters. Plot-wise, it's straightforward, but the energy? always high. Saizo's cool but can wreck you instantly vibe keeps the show rolling, and the battles feel like every fight choreographer was showing off. Fun, fast, and gloriously extra. Crashing into number 8, Mushibugyu. This anime is historical Japan but with giant nightmare insects, and honestly, it works way better than it should. Jinbei is the definition of determined and dangerously strong once he starts leveling up. The fights are wild, the monsters look horrifying, and the cast is ridiculously fun. Jinbei's growth from nervous rookie to destroyer of anything with too many legs is addictive to watch. The show goes full fantasy with spiritual powers, sword techniques, explosions, and boss battles that escalate like someone's raising the difficulty for fun. It's chaotic, heartfelt, and packed with OP energy by the midpoint. Looking at number 7, Lord of Vermilion, the Crimson King. This one hits you with modern fantasy vibes, power awakenings, and a protagonist who basically becomes the human embodiment of "you can't stop me." The show has its messy moments, but the ability sets and transformations look great. The MC bursts into the story acting confused and ends up commanding battlefield-level energy blasts like it's nothing. There's drama, betrayal, and stylish battles that feel pulled from a card game fever dream. The pacing jumps around, but the power scaling, ridiculous in a fun way. If you enjoy OP heroes discovering how broken they are, this one scratches that itch. Sliding to number 6, Million Arthur. This series takes the Arthurian legend, shreds it, rebuilds it, then adds ridiculous power-ups and comedy. The protagonist, well, technically protagonists, plural, are way too strong for the world's own good. The show leans heavy into parody, making fun of tropes while flexing oversized swords, magic blasts, and transformations that feel like someone dared the animators to go bigger. It's silly, chaotic, and somehow still delivers cool action moments. If you love comedic chaos mixed with "wow, that attack should have ended the continent," Million Arthur will have you laughing and cheering at the same time. Dropping into number 5, the Master of Ragnarok and Blesser of Einherjar. Our guy Yuto gets isekai'd with a smartphone, not for selfies, but for tactical domination. He isn't overpowered by brute strength, he's OP because he treats ancient warfare like a real-time strategy game. Watching him outsmart entire nations with modern logic is hilarious and surprisingly fun. The Einherjar girls around him bring even more power into the mix, making Yuto the center of an unstoppable force. The world building isn't the deepest, but the combo of mythological elements and strategic flexing works beautifully. Yuto basically turns himself into a legend through brainpower, courage, and a suspiciously durable phone battery. Cracking into number 4, the banished former hero lives as he pleases. This show is pure wish fulfillment chaos with comedic spice. The protagonist used to be humanity's strongest, got kicked out for dumb political reasons, and now he's living free while still absolutely outclassing everyone. The best part? He's chill about it. Monsters roll up, villains posture, and he handles everything like it's light exercise. The comedy lands, the world feels warm, and the fights hit that perfect, effortlessly overwhelming sweet spot. Watching him embarrass people who think they're hot stuff is comedy gold. And trust me, his casual dominance makes the story's cozy vibe even more addictive. Sliding to number 3, the banished court magician aims to become the strongest. This MC didn't just get banished, he got thrown out by people who clearly didn't read his stat sheet. Now he's free to unleash magic so overpowered it might qualify as a public hazard. Every spell he casts feels like a threat to the environment. The story follows his journey from underestimated outcast to walking apocalypse, with battles that are loud, flashy, and impossible to look away from. Villains get humbled instantly, mentors get confused, and allies stay shocked. But trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Dropping down to number 2, the shy hero and the assassin princesses. This one is adorable chaos. The protagonist is absurdly strong but painfully shy, like too embarrassed to talk while casually destroying elite enemies. Shy. Surround him with assassin princesses who think he's the greatest thing ever, and you get a perfect mix of action, comedy, and romantic tension. The dude can one-shot monsters but panics during conversations. The fights pop off beautifully, and the cast dynamic is the real star. It's sweet, funny, and full of OP moments that somehow feel wholesome. Easily one of the most entertaining fantasy setups in the genre right now. Finally, number 1, Mahutsukai no Yakusoku, Promise of Wizard. This universe blends emotional storytelling with magical spectacle so strong it practically glows. The protagonist stands at the center of a mystical system ruled by wizards whose powers can shake reality. The world building is gorgeous, and the MC's potential is unreal, borderline overwhelming. The emotional beats land hard, the characters have depth, and the magic system shines with style and thematic weight. Every arc feels like it's building towards something legendary, and the protagonist's abilities grow with satisfying intensity. It's beautiful, dramatic, and easily the strongest entry on this list in terms of power, heart, and worldcraft. And that wraps up our journey through 15 fantasy worlds overflowing with broken power levels, wild battles, and protagonists who rewrite every rule. Drop your favorite OP character in the comments and tell me which anime deserves its own spotlight next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support keeps these videos alive and thriving.